This segment of the news is brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
In this week's court report, the Pahrump man arrested after confessing to killing his 75-year-old adopted mother in July 2015 now has a sentencing date of April 21st. During his arraignment hearing, the district court accepted Robert Marigold's guilty plea. His attorney made an oral motion for a physiological evaluation, but the court denied that motion. Jason Gall now has trial dates of May 30th through June 2nd for his criminal case in district court, after pleading not guilty, invoking his right to a speedy trial during his arraignment hearing. Gall is facing charges of statutory sexual seduction, incest, child abuse and neglect, lewdness with a child under 14 years, unlawful use of minor in producing porn, and promotion of sexual performance of a minor. The defendant is accused in the alleged rape of his ex-girlfriend Antoinette Bell's sister Priscilla, who is now Gall's wife. Gall had his bail reduced from $200,000 to $100,000, but he remains in custody after he was ordered to be taken into custody in justice court by the judge during his preliminary hearing. Gall is the local man who filed a formal complaint against Nye County, accusing current and former NCSO law enforcement officials of alleged outrageous and malicious conduct regarding pornographic material found on his seized laptop. Gall also has a district court calendar call on April 24th for his criminal case. The Pahrump woman who pleaded guilty to torturing and killing a neighbor's dog, all while involving her own children in the crime, has had her sentencing continued again to February 3rd. Maria Cristina Furtado is set to have taken her children, one then 15, the other only 3 years old, with her to a desert area, then executed a stolen dog. Furtado is even said to have made her teenage child shoot the animal while it was hanging upside down. The Pahrump man arrested after inquiring if Sergeant Berukowitz would accept money to look the other way while the suspect grew marijuana in Amargosa Valley illegally has now had his case bound over to district court. During Robert Samuel Barron's preliminary hearing, Sergeant Berukowitz and another officer were called as state's witnesses, and Barron's public defender motioned for an OR release or bail reduction, but was denied by the court, which found that the state had met its burden of proof and ordered the defendant bound over to district court to appear on February 27th. Barron's remains in custody, $25,000 cash or bond, for the charges of bribery of other public officer and burglary, which requires someone to enter a building with the intent to commit a felony, which includes bribery of a public officer. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Thanks so much, Eunette. DMV customers with unpaid traffic tickets and other court issues in the Las Vegas Township Justice Court are now able to avoid a trip to the courthouse downtown under a new partnership between Clark County and the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles. Motorists who need to pay fines and obtain a clearance to reinstate their driver's license may do so at the DMV located on Flamingo Road rather than making a round trip to the Regional Justice Center in Las Vegas. The Satellite Justice Court window opened on January 9th and is handling about 5 to 10 cases a day. The program will run through July 7th and may be expanded to other DMV offices if successful. The Las Vegas Justice Court handles only citations issued in the unincorporated areas of the Las Vegas Valley. Motorists with citations issued in other jurisdictions, such as the City of Las Vegas, Henderson, or North Las Vegas, must contact the appropriate court.
Senior Donald Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway said part of the new administration's plans for replacing and repealing the Affordable Care Act would include converting federal funds to Medicaid into block grants for states. Block grant Medicaid funding would mean a dramatic change in the way the program is funded. Block grants could allow states more flexibility in the way they spend Medicaid funds, but also create a number of additional problems, including how to determine determine the amount of money each state receives, how to account for changes in enrollment during economic downturns, and how to regulate the way that states spend the funds.
And Secretary of State Barbara Cegavske spoke to News 46 about the services offered by her office to residents.
Well, we have 8 divisions, and we do everything, I feel like, from soup to nuts. But we have a great team. There's 137 positions in the Secretary of State's office. We take care of notaries. We do living will lockbox. We do securities fraud. And as you know, elections, that's our big thing. We have the business licensing, the commercial recording division, and then we have our operations division as well.
And that's under the silver flume that you were talking about just a moment.
Yes, the business licensing, we have a online, and we do it in-house. It's been created in-house, but the silver flume is where you actually go online and you can fill out all the information about your business. You can renew. It's just a wonderful system that has been developed, and I can't tell you how many people come up and just thank me for that system and that what it does for them, and the time, not going in person, but being able to do everything online is so convenient.
Especially if you're a business owner. Tell me about the Living Will Lockbox. What is that?
The Living Will Lockbox is a health directive. And so if you end up in a hospital, or if you're in hospice care, and it has everything that you want already done, it's free. You can go and online and fill out the forms, and then it'll tell the doctors what you do or don't want done in case of whatever injury you might have or whatever the circumstances are. So it's great. It's really wonderful. My predecessor put it together, and we're continuing it, and it's working really well.
So for more information, you can find it on the web, Secretary of State.
Yes. Yep. Website is a great device. We've got a lot of great people working through our IT system, improving all of these things on a regular basis. So.
All right, we'll have more local news after the break and another look at what the weather's going to look like. Won't be a drone's eye view, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good drone shots, right?
Was. All right,
We'll be back.
Stay tuned.